She'll sing in the evening, oh, familiar tune. For the buyers and the sellers were no different fellas than what I profess to.
A single song is sometimes enough to change an artist's entire life, taking them from obscurity to becoming a radio phenomenon, and then that very song becomes the only mark they leave for audiences. The year 1971 was a year full of musical surprises, when many hit songs exploded in popularity and then quickly disappeared from the flow of time, leaving only familiar melodies in memory. Today, we will explore 15 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1971 you need to hear. Songs that were once very famous but are now nearly forgotten. How many of these songs can you still remember? Let's begin right now. Number 1. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. Looking Glass.
On a western bay and it serves 100 ships.
Brandy, You're a Fine Girl was written by Elliot Lurie when he observed fleeting love stories between sailors and the barmaid at a seaside tavern. The song has a clear storytelling style, combining gentle guitar and a signature early 70s soft rock melody. When released in 1972, the song quickly rose to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States, becoming a nationwide radio phenomenon.
Yeah, Brandy used to watch his eyes when he told his sailor story. She could feel.
This success turned Looking Glass from an unknown band into a widely noticed name. However, they were unable to produce any other significant hits afterward. Their follow-up albums failed commercially, and the band gradually broke up in the mid-1970s. Elliot Lurie later moved into songwriting and production, while Brandy still lives on as a classic soft rock icon.
You're a fine girl. What a good wife you be.
Number 2. Signs, 5-man electrical band.
And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply.
Signs was written by Les Emerson based on his personal experience of feeling controlled by too many restrictive signs in society. The song carries a gentle yet powerful spirit of rebellion, reflecting the free-thinking mindset of the early 70s youth. When released in 1971, the song reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the biggest hit for 5-man electrical band in the U.S. Its simple melody but strong lyrics helped it become a cultural symbol. After this success, the band continued performing but could not produce another hit in the U.S. market. They maintained most of their career in Canada before eventually disbanding. Les Emerson later continued writing and performing, but Signs remains his defining legacy in rock history. Number 3. I'd Love to Change the World, 10 years after. I'd Love to Change the World was written by Alvin Lee during a period of social unrest in the United States, marked by the Vietnam War, political crises, and the anti-war movement. The song expresses both a desire to change the world and a sense of helplessness in reality. Released in 1971, it became 10 years after's biggest hit in the U.S., reaching the Billboard Hot 40.
Life is funny, skies are sunny, bees make honey.
Alvin Lee's fast and powerful guitar work helped make it one of the most memorable rock songs of the 1970s. After this success, the band continued releasing albums and touring internationally, but was unable to regain the same level of popularity. Alvin Lee later pursued a solo career and collaborated with many artists. Nevertheless, this song remains the defining mark of his career. Number 4. Mr. Big Stuff, Gene Knight.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff was recorded in New Orleans in a distinctive soul-funk style, performed by Gene Knight with a strong and charismatic voice. At first, the song did not gain much attention, but after its wider release in 1971, it quickly became a phenomenon.
I know you broke their hearts, what happened to them now, bit by bit.
The song reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and sold over 2 million copies in the United States. This success made Jean Knight one of the standout soul vocalists of the era and earned her a Grammy nomination. However, she was unable to repeat this success with later releases. Although she continued performing and recording for decades, Mr. Big Stuff remained her only defining hit. Jean Knight is remembered as a soul icon of the early 1970s with a single but powerful hit.
You never gonna break my heart.
Number 5. Sweet City Woman, The Stampeders.
On my way to the city lights, to the pretty face.
Sweet City Woman was written by Rich Dodson while searching for a new sound for the Stampeders, blending country and pop influences. The song's highlight is its distinctive banjo sound, which set it apart from other songs of the time. Released in 1971, it quickly became a major hit in Canada and reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 in the US.
And she'll sing in the evening, oh, familiar tunes.
This success made the Stampeders one of the most prominent Canadian bands of the early 1970s. However, they were unable to produce another hit with similar international impact. The band continued performing for many years, but mostly played their older material. Sweet City Woman remains their most beloved song and is frequently played on classic rock radio.
Sweet, 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 sweet city woman.
Number 6. One Toke Over the Line, Brewer and Shipley.
Waiting for the train that goes home, sweet Mary, hoping that the train is on time.
One Toke Over the Line was written by Mike Brewer and Tom Shipley in the late 1960s, during a time when counterculture and the hippie movement were spreading across the United States. At first, the song was just a playful studio creation, but its mellow folk sound and controversial lyrics made it stand out. When released in 1971, it unexpectedly reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Brewer and Shipley's biggest hit.
Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line.
Interestingly, many radio stations misunderstood or debated its meaning, which only increased its popularity. After this success, the duo continued working in folk rock but could not produce another major hit. They gradually became nostalgia performers, and One Toke Over the Line remains their defining legacy. Number 7. Put Your Hand in the Hand, Ocean.
Your hand in the hand of the man who steals the water.
Put Your Hand in the Hand was written by Gene McClellan with a gentle religious message about faith and spiritual guidance in life. The band Ocean recorded the song in 1971 with a simple yet emotional gospel pop style. Upon release, it quickly became a North American phenomenon, reaching the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topping charts in Canada. Its easy melody and uplifting lyrics helped it spread widely on radio across the US.
For the buyers and the sellers were no different fellas than what I profess to.
However, Ocean was unable to maintain this success. Their follow-up recordings failed to gain significant attention, causing them to fade quickly from the international scene. Nevertheless, the song continues to appear in religious programs and nostalgic playlists, becoming a spiritual-tinged early 70s one-hit wonder. Number 8. Smiling Faces Sometimes, The Undisputed Truth.
Smiling faces sometimes.
Smiling Faces Sometimes was written by Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong, originally intended for The Temptations, but later released by The Undisputed Truth in 1971. The song delivers a deep message about deception, betrayal, and the dark side of society, expressed through a psychedelic soul style typical of Motown. Upon release, it quickly became a major hit, reaching the top 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B charts.
Beware of the handshake, they have the snake.
Its dark vocals and unique production made it stand out during the peak of soul music. After this success, The Undisputed Truth released several albums but could not create another similar hit. The group changed lineups over time and gradually lost popularity by the late 1970s. However, Smiling Faces Sometimes is still considered one of the most influential soul songs of its era. Number 9. Stay a While, The Bells.
Without making a sound.
Stay a While was recorded by The Bells, a Canadian band featuring Rick Bell and Terry Black. The song is a soft ballad about heartbreak and the desire to hold on to love. When released in 1971, it quickly spread across North American radio and reached a high position on the Billboard Hot 100. The
He makes me quiver.
song's success briefly brought the Bells into the spotlight. However, they were unable to maintain this momentum in the US market. Their later releases did not achieve notable success, and the group eventually returned to primarily performing in Canada. Nevertheless, Stay a While remains a classic early 70s ballad, often featured in nostalgic playlists and oldies radio. Number 10. Precious and Few, Climax.
Moments we two can share.
Precious and Few was written by Walter Nims, a member of Climax, and released in early 1972 but recorded in 1971. The song features a soft pop ballad style focused on love and cherishing meaningful moments together. Upon release, it quickly reached the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100 and became the group's biggest hit. Its distinctive falsetto vocals and smooth harmonies made it a favorite on radio at the time. However, Climax was unable to produce another similar hit afterward. They continued performing on nostalgia circuits, but gradually faded from the charts. Precious and Few thus became their defining legacy and is still remembered as one of the most romantic early 70s ballads. Number 11. Toast and Marmalade for Tea, Tin Tin.
More lovely than the day when the sun is.
Toast and Marmalade for Tea was a studio-based music project by Tin Tin, produced by Maurice Gibb of the Bee Gees. The song was released in 1971 and features a light psychedelic pop style with a dreamy sound and unusual structure compared to other hits of its time. Upon release, it attracted attention for its unique melody and entered the Billboard Hot 100 in the US.
Sailing ships upon the sea. Unlovely.
However, Tin Tin was not a performing band but a studio project, so they did not continue long-term activity. After this song, the group largely disappeared from the music scene. Maurice Gibb returned to focusing on the Bee Gees, where he later achieved massive success. Toast and Marmalade for Tea remains a small but interesting early 70s musical footnote.
Games I see you play.
Number 12. Timothy, The Buoys. Timothy was written by Rupert Holmes for the Buoys and released in 1971. The song tells the story of 3 men trapped in a mine, with controversial content implying that one does not survive. This controversial theme led many radio stations to ban the song, but it also made it more famous. Despite limited airplay, Timothy still reached the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the Buoys' biggest hit.
Timothy, Timothy, we're on earth.
The group gained attention quickly but was unable to maintain success in later releases. They eventually disbanded and disappeared from mainstream music. Interestingly, Rupert Holmes later became famous for his hit Escape, the Piña Colada song. Timothy is still remembered as one of the most controversial one-hit wonders of the 1970s.
Where on earth did you go, Timothy?
Number 13. Funky Nassau, Beginning of the End.
Nassau's gone funky. Nassau's gone so.
Funky Nassau was written by Ray Munnings and recorded by The Beginning of the End, a band from the Bahamas. Released in 1971, the song blends funk and Caribbean influences, creating a sound that was very different from the US market at the time. Upon release, it became a hit on R&B charts and entered the Billboard Hot 100.
Funky Nassau. Funky Nassau.
The success of Funky Nassau helped the group gain wider recognition, especially within the growing funk scene of the early 1970s. However, The Beginning of the End was unable to maintain international success and remained mostly active locally. With no further major hits, they gradually faded from the music scene. Nevertheless, Funky Nassau continues to appear in films and classic funk playlists.
Funky Nassau.
Number 14. Hot Rod Lincoln, Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen.
With a 4-barrel carb and a dual exhaust with 4 11 gears, you can really get lost. Got safety tubes, but
Hot Rod Lincoln is a cover of a song originally from the 1940s, reimagined by Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen in 1971. The track features a country rock and rockabilly style, telling a fast-paced story about a high-speed car race. Upon release, it quickly gained attention and climbed into the Billboard Top 10. This success made the band one of the notable names in the country rock genre of the era.
smoke was coming from out of the back when I started to gain on.
However, they were unable to replicate similar commercial success with later recordings. Although they continued performing and built a loyal fan base, the band is mainly remembered for this song. They later became a cult act in Americana music. Hot Rod Lincoln remains their biggest legacy and is considered one of the best storytelling songs of the early 1970s. Number 15, Chicka Boom, Don't Ya Jesses Love It, Daddy Dewdrop.
Be a magic genie, but she disappeared.
Chicka Boom was performed by Daddy Dewdrop, the stage name of singer and producer Dick Monda. The song was written in a playful novelty pop style that was popular in the early 1970s. When released in 1971, it quickly gained attention due to its catchy melody and humorous lyrics, reaching the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100. It became the biggest hit of Daddy Dewdrop's career as a performing artist. After this success, he shifted into music production and largely stepped away from the spotlight. No further songs achieved similar success. Chicka Boom remains a colorful novelty one-hit wonder, often revisited in nostalgic playlists.
Don't you just love it now? I open the third.
And that is the journey back to 1971, revisiting the hit songs that once shook radio stations but gradually faded away with time. Each song in today's list is not just a piece of music, but also a snapshot of a generation's memories. Although these artists may never have been able to repeat that success, a single hit was enough to secure their place in music history. And sometimes, it is that very fleeting nature that makes these melodies even more special. If you recognized any of the songs in today's list, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next musical journey. See you in the next video.